I'm Chris Abbate, and I'm speaking to you on behalf of Ceramic Tiles of Italy. We are an association and an organization made up of over 100 companies that are making beautiful, technologically advanced, design-forward, eco-friendly tiles and are sold throughout the country. We wanted to take a look again at the bedroom and look at how Americans can sort of see how we've been working in Europe with tile in the bedroom, and are there some solutions that we can be considering with all the sort of changing landscape with bedroom design in the States. So I'm very pleased to have with me today our panelists. We have Saxon Henry. She's a freelance design journalist, and she is just all over the web. She blogs, she writes for the Miami Herald, Interiors Magazine, Luxe, Modern Luxury. She just authored a book called For Florida Moderns, and so she'll be speaking kind of from a design perspective about tile in the bedroom and in the hotel usage. And then Bart Bettiga, who's the executive director of the National Tile Contractors Association. He's been executive director for almost 10 years, and in that time, he's done a great deal to try to help the contractors become certified in the field, to do new certification process, to raise awareness about tile usage, and he's bringing sort of the kind of construction contractor perspective to this discussion. So with that, I would like to get the conversation started. They're going to talk back and forth and sort of cover some of the issues that we'd like to present.
One of the things that we've all discovered in working with and experiencing the products of Ceramic Tiles of Italy is how far ahead of the game they are over in Europe in terms of sustainability and really putting their money where their mouth is in terms of trying to be environmentally friendly. And Bart is going to talk a little bit about the per capita consumption of tile, which is a subject that we're really excited about.
About 25 years ago, you couldn't find tile very often anywhere outside of the bathroom. And of course, we've come a long way from several hundred million square feet to several billion square feet, even despite the economic times. But just in some numbers I pulled recently, for instance, in China, they consume almost 60 square feet per person, and in Spain, 55 square feet per person of tile. And in the US, we're still at 6.99 square feet per person. So we've got a long way to go. Some areas we've identified as growth areas for tile are exterior facades and cladding and exterior installations, but also hotel rooms, and that's why I'm here today.
Not long ago, I stayed in a high-end luxury hotel that was actually fairly new, which was surprising to me. And I was on a press trip as a journalist, so you know that they were really putting their best foot forward for us. And they had actually cleaned the carpet in my room the night before, and I took my shoes off, and my socks were immediately soaked. And I was in this amazing, luxurious setting, and I was walking around, and I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. So it's become a subject, and how do you handle keeping the carpet nice and clean, keeping it free from mold, dust mites, parasites, allergen, dirt, and yet make it to where you can have people coming and going as much as you have to in a hospitality situation. With ceramic tile, you really don't have any of these challenges. And if you are concerned about warmth, put down some beautiful rugs. That's what a design perspective is all about. They're easy to change, and you can, do so much with them. Another subject that we've been talking about a lot is off-gassing. I don't know if you've heard that term, but carpeting with the chemicals that they're used to produce it and the padding that can come under it, it can be really tough on people with bad allergies. So these are things that really aren't issues with ceramic tile. And with this hotel in particular, which was designed by Gio Ponti, as you can see, you don't have to sacrifice beautiful pattern when you're thinking about tile. If you look at Ponti's designs, they're all vibrant. There's so much beautiful tile that he uses in so many great ways. So it's a subject that I think the time has come for everyone to pay attention to. And Bart's going to talk a little bit about the new developments in LEED requirements that this subject is addressing.
I just want to jump in for a second. The Gio Ponti hotel that we're seeing now was designed, I think, in the 50s, and it's the actual pattern. I mean, it's a fantastic pattern, and each room has a different pattern floor. It's very evocative of the designs of the Amalfi Coast in Italy. But those tile floors are still perfectly usable and are still an additional, an excellent design element in the hotel, 50 years later. So just in terms of a case study to look at something that was designed well and with a durable and decorative and low maintenance product like tile, and just to look at it all these years later and see how it is still holding up and is still so fabulous. Okay, sorry, I just had to jump in and say that.
I'm on the Green Initiative Committee that is working with the USGBC and LEED, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. I'm sure all of you in the room, is trying to study and understand all that goes into making a building more LEED certified. And one thing we know is that products don't make it certified, but they contribute to the points. And we've known for a long time that ceramic tile doesn't emit gas and does not put out VOCs, volatile organic compounds. But we just now got an addendum to LEED that has now told the manufacturers that they do not have to even test for VOCs, because we've been able to prove to the USGBC and the LEED requirement committee that tile does not put out VOCs. Now, some installation materials can, but the technology is evolving so much on that side as well. We have these dustless mortars and grouts, and they're incredible. And so if you work with the design community, you work with the installation material manufacturer and the tile manufacturer, and if you use ceramic tile, you can contribute significant points to LEED.
Homeowners get it. When are we going to get it? A lot of people who have these really gorgeous homes are taking tile into the bedrooms, and it's cleaner, it's easier to maintain, it's longer lasting than carpet, and it's just, if you look at that photo, to me it's just so clean and beautiful the way the tile's been used throughout the home.
In that shot too, you see like the bathroom and the bedroom kind of joining sort of together into one space, which is also a trend in more hospitality design, where you'll have the bathroom actually being part of the space. So I think that shot also shows that, which is a nice element.
I love this picture, and I represent about 800 installation companies all around the country, about 10,000 men in the field, and we put a lot of stone in, and as well, natural stone. So I'm a big fan of natural stone. However, when you start seeing what the Italians and the other manufacturers are doing, the Italians are the leaders in this technology. I challenge you to tell me the difference between some of the porcelain tile technology that exists versus what actually natural stone or wood is. I've often embarrassed my wife all around the country on my hands and knees trying to determine the difference of what wood is versus tile or what stone is. And that particular picture looks like white Italian marble, but that's a beautiful porcelain tile installation. And when you think about how much easier it is to maintain that, and you don't have to use sealers or cleaners, and it's basically just a neutral cleaner or water that'll clean something like that. And now we can make these tiles in large formats with very, very narrow grout joints. You're starting to talk about a very maintenance-free installation and product.
I don't know if any of you have been reading about the bed bug outbreaks in New York City. There's an article actually out in last week's New York Magazine that was pretty darn scary. One of the things that's happening is they're discovering that the more soft surfaces you have in any given room, the more potential there is for a bed bug infestation. So there are lots of subjects coming to light like this one, where the main protagonist in the article had actually picked up the bed bugs from a hotel in Aspen. And they could tell that because they had the dog come in and they isolated the infestation to their ski clothes. And it cost them tens of thousands of dollars to get rid of it, and just months and months of grief and health worries. So it's just another subject that you don't even have to worry about if you're doing as many surfaces, hard surfaces, as you can in any given room.
And just to add from a decorative perspective, we've seen more bedboards being covered in tile, which, again, there's some of the patterns are so decorative. There's damask patterns and mosaics and all sorts of sort of exciting decorative elements you can add. And as Saxon said, you're having this hard surface behind the bed as well. So it's just another way to sort of kind of make things low maintenance and hygienic in the space. And also fabulous. That's our other goal.
There have been so many technological advances in radiant heating in tile, and one of the arguments has always been, oh, it's too cold. We'd rather have something warm underfoot in the bedroom. And I was really thrilled to have the opportunity when I was in Italy at Cersei last September to see the new technology that they're coming out with, which is basically, it's so thin, it's like a very tiny cable that they are now able to